Hello and welcome back, and we're going to get straight into some longsword basics. I've seen a lot of people struggle with this, particularly newer streamers. They get advised to use the longsword, but they don't get told how to use it. Now, in order to use a longsword correctly, you need to keep an eye on two things. One, your spirit gauge, and two, your spirit gauge. First of all, every time you do a hit, you will notice that this little bar right here fills up and goes down and changes colour. The way in which this works, and the quickest way to do it, is left click, and then both your left and right click together, as you can see me basically doing on repeat. This will give you enough spirit gauge to fill up so that you can do your spirit combo or spirit blade slash strikes. With this, it is only the last hit that actually counts. You are able to go through your entire spirit blade combo, miss all of them, but as long as that last hit actually makes contact with the monster, that is when you will go up a spirit gauge level into white, then into yellow or orange, depending on how colorblind you are, and then finally into red. So the quickest way, like I said, is to do the overhead slash, and then fade slash, left, and right together. From here, spam control. Obviously, you don't want to miss all of them because you kind of want the damage. As you can see there, I missed. It didn't go up from a yellow meter into a red meter. So we do it again. Overhead, fade slash, spirit jumping slash, and then blade spirit 3, and then finally that last hit goes in. From here you have your maximum damage, so you want to do your helm breaker, which is control and left click, and that is the pure damage in which you do it. Now there is a weird trick from here, but generally speaking, it's called the foresight slash. This can only be done after an attack. Doesn't matter what attack it is, it's control and right click. This has the largest iframe in the game and can absolutely dodge anything. In order to actually get good with a longsword, you need to be able to utilize this. As you can see, this little barrel does a nice little slap. Now, in order to get the timing down on just this barrel, I need to stress that there is an easy way to do this. Left click, right click, control and right click, and that will enable you to dodge it. As you saw, it dodges it. You have a serious iframe while doing it. It's basically, while you are moving backwards, you are able to dodge it. Now, at this point, I did try and demonstrate the second mechanic of utilizing foresight slash, but it didn't really work out. I had to do something a little bit extra. So as you can see, Nogagante, my lovely assistant, we're going to give him a few pokes. We're going to foresight slash out the way of the raw, and as the return stroke hits, you're able to build up your spirit gauge meter. From here, after using the spirit gauge meter, if you press control again, you're able to go up an instant level. This is the quickest, the most effective way to build up your spirit gauge. So just to reiterate this, I'm going to hopefully show you this in a bit more of an effective manner. So half speed, poke. As we do a foresight slash, if you keep an eye on that bar, it consumes the entire lot. But as the return stroke hits, it filled the bar, I pressed control after that, and I've gone up an entire gauge. If you do this basically on repeat, you can hit the red gauge very, very quickly. Of course, you kind of need to time your foresight slashes correctly, just because you'd have a very large iframe for what is considered to be a ridiculous iframe anyway, doesn't mean it can really be abused. So you need to time these quite bloody well. Now, one of the reasons why I've always said longsword isn't really the best for new players is quite simply Not only do you need to get good with Foresight Slash, you need to get good with Foresight Slash against every monster, which is the hardest part. You need to know what the monster is doing, when it's going to attack, what attack it's going to use. You can do Foresight Slash in all 4 directions. You can do it forwards, left, right, backwards. It doesn't really matter. You are just able to do Foresight Slash to counter pretty much everything. It's one of the reasons it's one of the best solo and speed run weapons going, simply because you can do a serious amount of damage at a very high rate. However, it does require you knowing what you're doing. Yes, longsword is actually pretty good for new players. It's easy to pick up. It's bloody hard to master. I am not the best longsword player. It's one of the reasons why I always get Curse to do my longsword videos, because he is just infinitely better at it than I am. But once you get good with it, you can do semi-decent clear times. I think this was about 2 minutes 30. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped mainly as well. And I'll see you pretty soon. Good luck, have fun, and don't die.